Alright, so what are my plans to become a police officer in the year 2024, and what are my plans 2024 in general? Let's get into it. Hey, what's up guys? It's your boy Gabe Lab. Welcome back to another YouTube video. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you like the content. Stay and subscribe as well. And if you've been a previous subscriber, an existing subscriber, thank you very much for being loyal and welcome back to a YouTube video. As many of my initial subscribers would know, when I first started this channel, it was based off of a police video, a police cadet video, a day in the life police cadet. And honestly, I never really thought about going deep into YouTube channels and everything, but then I went viral for this one video about day in the life of a police cadet, and I got like 200 and something thousand views. Still on my YouTube channel right now, still my most viewed video to this day. So yeah, that was really nice to see. And I guess after that I was like, okay, I guess we could go forward with this. And unfortunately, life happened and I got terminated from my position as a police cadet with the Temple Police Department, and the rest is history, as you guys can see from my YouTube video about why I got fired. So this right here is just point blank honesty with you guys. And you know, it's been rough. The transition from becoming a police officer to trying to find a different job initially when it happened, it was definitely rough and it was definitely hard. And I would never hope that on anybody, honestly. So this video is mostly about trying to tell you guys what my plans are for the year 2024, as well as what my plans are, if there will be any, for becoming a police officer in 2024. So quick history for many of you guys that are probably new to the channel, or those who are not new but for some reason have the wrong information about what really happened. I was a police cadet back in 2022 with the Temple Police Department, and I lost my position as a police cadet from Temple Police Department. I got fired, and the reason why I got fired, and for some reason this is me debunking whoever said what this is and whatever the narrative is out there. For some reason people kept on saying that I argued with a drill instructor, I argued with one of the police academy instructor, and I'm just like, I never argue with any police instructor. You know, there were many comments, many comments in my comment section talking about you're in the military, you should know better, and whenever there's an IR up, you don't argue with them, it's just gonna be bad for you and everything. This is me debunking that. I never argued with a police instructor. What I said was, I went to the gym to get my workout done. I went to the gym on the facility where we do our academy and everything. The person was not, the individual with which I argued with, she was not a police instructor. In fact, she had nothing to do with the police academy whatsoever. She was just a coach at the gym, coaching her students. She had nothing related with the police academy at all. But the overview of what happened was, that day the lady was unprofessional, and I called her out on unprofessionalism. That was where I messed up on, because, you know, contrary to what I believed, I thought I could just go ahead and tell her about what she was doing wrong and how she should do better, and that's not how you treat people. And that discussion that started as a discussion escalated into an argument. And as a police cadet, or as a former police cadet, I didn't do a better job of de-escalating the situation. You know, I also was arguing back and forth with her for like for over 30 minutes now. And you know, as bad as that is, and I understand why I got fired. I was in the probationary police position, because when you're a police cadet, your probationary position, literally anything can get you fired. So once that happened, and they told me, you know, they didn't want to, they're gonna be letting me go, and this is not what they want from their fellow cadets and everything. I understood that, you know. I mean, well, it was hard to understand, but at the same time, I was like, okay. After a while, like going through it and thinking about it, I was like, okay, it's a probationary position, so it is what it is. I should have done better. I didn't know better. I didn't think that would be the one that would get me fired. I didn't think that, you know, I would even get a chance to become a police officer before I get fired. But that happened, and unfortunately that sucks. But here's my thing, right? I understand how bad, you know, it is to like go into arguments, But the way I got fired and how I was not able to get any other positions with the police department, you would think I did something that was so egregious or like just so bad that would warrant me not ever getting hired. You think I did like drugs or I got into a very, very bad lawsuit case, you know, that the police department wanted nothing to do with me. And it's like, that never happened. That literally never happened. So yeah, that literally never happened. And every other police department wanted nothing to do with me. And this is the video. This video really is about me just being honest and be telling you all like what the next thing is and how I see my future going, and I don't plan on waiting for the police department to hire me or nothing like that. So whatchamacallit now, I applied for these positions with police departments which I'm not gonna say their names, but I applied for this department and I was hoping it was gonna work out. I passed the exams. I was one of the top scoring students with several of these departments. I scored very, very high on their tests and I did very well on every other thing. The only clause on my resume was the fact that I had gotten fired from a police department. That's the only clause. And unfortunately for this only clause, it was that big of a deal that some departments even give me the opportunity to even have an interview, to even hear my case. It was just that bad. Like, they were like, oh yeah, you got fired, never mind, I'm just gonna take you out, don't even worry about it, you know. And for those that did give me an interview, they were so focused on the details and everything about the whole argument, then they were focused on my other attributes. You know, they didn't care like, oh, ever since that happened, what have you done since then to like get better? And which I have done some things to get better. What have you done since then to make us know that you've learned from your situation? You know, they never cared about those things, and we're just focused on why I got fired. So it was almost like them taking the bucks in a way, like, okay, we gave you an interview, but you know, I did my best to show how much I've improved ever since getting fired. I did my best to show how much I've learned about how much of a mistake I made. But these departments, they tell you things like, oh, you know, when you make a mistake, it shouldn't count against you. That's a lie, because it does count against you. I mean, it literally is the only reason and only thing that they think about, actually. That's how bad it is. It's the only thing that they think about, and it counts big against you. So, when it comes to being a police officer in 2024, it's most likely not gonna happen. In case that's what you've been waiting for, this little video after hearing my old rant, it's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna be applying for any police departments in the near future either. So thank you to all of my loyal subscribers that have been watching all of my videos, seeing what I've been doing about just making videos about what I learned while in the academy. What you guys have been watching videos about my fitness stuff. You guys have been watching videos about me making some police reaction videos, and just been watching my YouTube videos in general. I appreciate each and every one of you, but this is not the end of my path, and I know God has plans for me. I know God has big plans for me, but for now, I just don't see those big plans happening in the police department or the police world. It's something that I would like to do. At the hospital I work at, they highly respect me. Even in fact, the security officers, their security guard actually offered me a security officer position, which is not a bad position at all. I don't mind doing it, being a security officer. But then I started school, and because I started school, it was a little hard to blend the timing of school with the timing of my work. You know, my current job gives me a better access to school and back and forth, as opposed to the security guard position. The security guard position is not as flexible as my current job, but I'm sure something I can of course work with them. So it's definitely, the security guard position is definitely an option, because I like the job and everything that comes with the job. So it's definitely an option for sure. So I'm going to look into that as well. And it's just honestly sad that things happened the way they did. When I got fired, I had to like restart. I started working DoorDash full time. I mean, I was doing DoorDash like part time every now and again, but like I started working DoorDash full time because I was not expecting the financial blowback that came from whatchamacallit now, me getting fired. I mean, all of my bills and all of my life was kind of like set up on this particular way of being paid. And once I got fired without any warning whatsoever, all that was gone pretty much. So I started working DoorDash full time. I was working every single day, and then eventually I was able to get like a job with a CDL, my CDL license. And then I got that. Then I left. I stopped doing the CDL, and I started working with the National Guard. I started working as a technician for the National Guard. But yeah, after being a technician in the National Guard, now I'm trying to go for school and everything. But you have to realize, after doing all of this period, even while being a technician for the National Guard, I tried applying for a police position, even some around here. For you guys that have been leaving options in my comment section about what places I should apply to. Yes, I was looking into those things as well, but for some reason it just never worked out. It never happened. And you know, well, we're here now. I completely understand where they're coming from. The fact that as a police officer, you know, you gotta engage in as less argument as possible, and you definitely don't want a hard-headed person as a police officer. But I am not hard-headed, and that one situation does not define who I am. So my plans for 2024 is that there will be no applying to any police department. After a while of applying to police departments and they keep saying no to you, or you prepare for the interview, you dress well, you do everything right, and they keep saying no to you still, like you're a bum. After a while, that thing piles up and just adds to unwanted and unneeded depression. It's like, you know you're better than this, you know you have more to offer, but they don't see it because of what happened. So that's pretty much it for this video though. I was going to explain my police plans for 2024, which there will be none. I was able to explain, I'm just going to focus on school. That's what I'm going to do. Focus on school and focus on my job, which is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to focus on the degree which I'm trying to get to help me become better. I already told you guys about why I got fired, and it was not that I argued. Let me just spell this out, because for some reason people keep thinking this. I did not argue with a police academy instructor. It doesn't make it any better, but in any case, details matter. In any case, details matter. You saying I argued, or people in the comment section saying I argued with a police academy instructor, it's just not true. I don't know if you guys didn't watch the video, or if you watched the video and you just decided to come to your own conclusion. But whoever started that rumor, stop. I did not argue with a police academy instructor. Doesn't make it any better just because I wasn't a police academy instructor. You should do better as a police cadet. You should know better. And I did not know better, and I didn't do better. So that was on me. I messed up big time. But I don't think that should be a defining factor over who I am in general. I mean, I'm just saying, if you guys made a mistake and now every single person that comes across you uses that one factor as a yardstick to define who you are, would you like that? No, you would not. So you know you have more to offer. You know you can be better. You know you're physically fit for this kind of job. You know you're very, very smart for this kind of job. Like I said, when I was in the police academy, I was top 5 in my class. So when people use that one thing to hold against you, it makes you feel bad, of course. You know, and maybe someday in the future I'm going to apply to the police department. But for now, I'm going to focus on me and focus on getting my degree and just doing the best things for me. Every other place I've worked with, they think I'm the most cool and chill person ever. I've never had any issues, any other jobs before the police world. I've never had any other argument to anybody after the police world. So that is not who I am. But unfortunately, the police has used that one thing as a yardstick. And just to be clear, in case I didn't say this before, considering all of the factors about me not being in the police academy anymore and stuff like that, you're not gonna see too many videos about police videos from me. I understand my channel started as a police channel. I understand my channel started as a police educational channel, which I'm still going to try and post as much police educational stuff as I can on my YouTube right here. However, I'm definitely going to be branching into several other areas. I'm going to be branching into my fitness. I'm going to be branching into daily life of my school, daily life of my tech job, which I have a video coming up soon about something like that. This is me apologizing to my initial subscribers who subscribe because of my police content. I'm sorry guys, you guys are not going to just see just police content, considering I'm not a police officer anymore. I'm not even a police cadet anymore. I can only give you knowledge about what I learned when I was in the police academy, and even that at some point becomes obsolete because they keep changing over time. So I'm going to try and share what I can and share what I know, but even that is limited. So for me to keep on growing my YouTube channel, I'm going to be branching into other areas, and that is that about that. That's all for this video, guys. I just wanted to like rant about everything, not just rant, but explain what happened when I got fired, and explain why I got fired for the second time, because clearly people in the comment section from the video that I made about why I got fired kept on thinking it's because I argued with a police academy instructor. Since that is clear, and that is clear about my plans for being a police officer in 2024, we're gonna see how it goes. We're gonna see how it goes. Alright guys, we out of here. Let's make this quick video real quick. My Chick-fil-A, gonna go get some fries real quick. Thank you guys for watching. And that's that about that for now, guys. Peace.